is up, guys? It's Nelson here from Jolly Roger Airsoft, and today we are going to be going over some tactical fundamentals out of the Havoc Squad training program. Today we're going to focus on offensive fundamentals and strategies, so that's how we're going to do it. Be sure to check out our website at jollyrogerAirsoft.blogspot.com and to check out our tactical library, which is full of resources for aspiring tacticians. Also be sure to subscribe for the rest of this series and comment if you have any questions or suggestions for us to make this better and more interesting. So, without further ado, let's get into what we are going to cover today. We're going to go over offensive fundamentals, flanking, suppression, and fields of fire as it concerns to the offensive action and attacking. Attacking is a pretty difficult thing to do, and this will hopefully help you gain an advantage over a defender. So, lesson 007, offensive fundamentals. Know that it's more difficult to successfully assault a position than to defend one. The defender has a 3-to-1 advantage over the attacker. That's basic tactics. So you're going to have to employ every strategy you can to get every advantage you can over the defender. The attacker must be able to maneuver swiftly and effectively. You got to take advantage of any opportunity they present you, just because you're at a disadvantage already. Your violence of action is critical. You're going to have very good violence of action to successfully take a position, and you can use terrain for you, and it can work against you. If the enemy's on a hill, and there's no higher hills, then they have a severe advantage. That kind of thing. So there are 3 elements of offensive operations. There's the assaulting element, the element that actually moves on the target and will actually attack. There's the support element, which provides suppression fire. They kind of stay back in a position and lay fire down on the objective to cover the assaulting element. And then third, there's the security element, which turns and watches the rear and prevents enemy reinforcements from entering on the rear of the assault. So here we have a diagram of offensive assault. As you can see, you have the support laying fire on the enemy position. You have the assault maneuvering around the right of the enemy position. They are actually moving into the enemy position. And you see the security, which is pulling security on the rear. It's pretty simple. You just always want to have that supporting element laying fire on the enemy position to cover your friends on the assaulting element. If your support element can get fire superiority over the enemy position, you're going to have a much easier time advancing on the position. You can use more than one maneuvering element. You can flank in 2 different directions, but always have a supporting element, because if you're not laying that suppressive fire, the 2 maneuvering elements will just get cut down. You don't have to have a security element, especially for Airsoft, because usually we don't have that large of teams, but yeah, you can make do without one, or it will be provided for you. Here's a good diagram of 2 assault elements. There's one on the right moving and one on the left moving, but you still have that supporting element in the middle. So no matter how many assault elements you have, always have a supporting element. Alright, so lesson number 8, suppression. Now suppression is a very good thing to get into. It's very good to know about, because this is a key to controlling the battlefield. The goal of suppression is to pin down the enemy by putting severe volume of fire down range. So you want to fire as much as you can and make him keep his head down, prevent him from shooting back at you and getting good shots off. If the enemy's not firing back, then the suppressing element is doing their job. If the enemy has bunkered down, they can't repulse an attack effectively, and you can pick them off. You want to keep up a constant fire all the time. Even if they're not firing back at you, keep constant fire. Flanking is lesson number 9. And flanking is just one of the most popular maneuvers when assaulting. It's used to attack an enemy force in a more vulnerable area, because defensive positions are generally stronger to the front, so a frontal assault will be harder to do than an assault from the sides. If you can get around the side with the suppressing element suppressing the enemy, then you will have a tactical advantage coming from the rear. To flank successfully, you're going to either need stealth or relying on cover from the suppressing element to successfully get behind the enemy element without taking massive losses that would debilitate the attack. So if you can get good cover from your suppressing team, you'll be good to go. Finally today, we're going to cover fields of fire. This is lesson 10. Fields of fire are important just to make sure that everybody knows where to shoot, where to watch, so that way you're not missing any enemies getting up on your position real close just because someone wasn't looking. The automatic rifleman generally has the largest field of fire. You always want to make sure all your sectors are covered, and that means communicating to your teammates. I mean, if you have a compass, you can do that, but it's harder to get oriented. Really go 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whatever. make sure everyone communicates what sectors they're covering. That way there are no uncovered sectors. If you have an uncovered sector, then an enemy can come up there and, probably kill one of your guys before you can see him. But if you have all your sectors covered, you can give fire at all those sectors. You do kind of want your sectors to overlap at some point. So, overlapping sectors are not bad. That's good. And it really depends on if you need 360-degree security or just 180 to the front. That depends on the situation, where you're defending. Here's a diagram out of a fleet manual for fields of fire. As you can see, you have the overlapping places. But these three guys are looking downrange at the tank. As you can see, they have everything in the intersection covered, but they're all looking different places. So, with that, next time, we are going to be covering some defensive fundamentals, some defensive plans, fortifications, cover, that kind of thing. So, please, subscribe, like, comment, and check out our website. Thank you for watching Jolly Roger Airsoft. Have a nice day. Peace out.